Shalom, 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 Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Wakar Kadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson, man. And in this lesson, I want to go into these anti-lockdown protests, man, out there in Australia. You know, now, what's going on out there is that they are finding people unseemly amount, unbelievable amounts of money if they caught without wearing a mask, gathering, isolating, 5,000, 3,500, and so forth, man, on the spot, man. You know, and people are getting tired of this draconian law system that's now showing its horns, man. Because America, all these countries is under the philosophy of America, man. They all talk sweetly. They all talk like they there to help you. But yet, hey, man, they setting you up. You know? And it starts with one country and then it quickly spreads to all the other countries, man. You know? Now, here in America, it's a little different because, you know, people, you know, have their freedom to carry arms, to bear arms, whatever. So they know if they do this over here, and they keep on pushing this baby sword on people, man. And people already said they're not taking that, man. Now you're trying to force people to take it, man. You don't want people to work. You telling people they can't go in the supermarket. You telling people they can't work. They can't have children. Man, who the hell are you, man? The so-called white man, Esau Edom, is a proud ass devil, man. And the Most High is about to take him completely out, man. His mind is unable to fathom what's about to happen to him, man. Because if he did, he would know to shut all this down, man. Because he knows it's a damn lie, man. Nothing he's doing and nothing that he can do, right, is going to stop Yahweh Shem Yahushua for bringing them down, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to destroy this man off the face of the earth, man, and bring him back, put him in slavery, then after 1,000 years, be completely eradicated, man. Under who? The nation of Israel. Whose kingdom is coming? The nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the chosen people of the Most High. It's your time, right? You just have to repent, believe in Yahweh Yahushua, keep the commandments to the best of your ability, man, that you may be found worthy and blameless when Yahushua makes his second coming, man, when he makes his second return. But a lot of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you getting down with the program, man. You getting that baby sword in you, man. You are complying with America's ways and America's laws, man. And you not knowing that is your ruin. So I want to get into this. I'm going to get some precepts. Lord willing, the elect be edified. You know. And Israel, you got to watch, man. Watch as well as pray. Shalom.
Welcome back to the show. Big fines of $35,000 handed out this morning after 30 adults held an illegal gathering at a church in Sydney's West. It comes after police faced a weekend of anti-lockdown protests.
It was a big weekend, wasn't it? And Commissioner Mick Fuller joins us now from Sydney. Commissioner, thanks for your time this morning. I mean, what do you even say about this church gathering in Blacktown?
Yes, it's disappointing to say the least. Is that we know these events are super spreaders in our communities, and I think that we rely on our leaders, whether it's a business leader or our premier or our church leaders, to do the right thing. And you know, this is just sending the wrong message in the communities. And you know, at the moment we are struggling with COVID in New South Wales, and these type of events are one of the reasons why. I mean, these people then go back to their homes and spread it to their broader family members, and then we get the house-to-house transmission. And I guess, Carl and Ali, that there's a sense of great frustration.
This thing this should vex you, man, because this is not even about a damn COVID-19 virus, man. This is not about that, man. This is to put fear and population control and put fear in the minds of the people, man. And a lot of people, they catching on to this BS, man. They might take this video down, so what, man? I don't give a damn, man. This is a damn lie, man. Right? Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he put this vibration throughout all the earth, man, because of the wickedness, because there's no light in this world, because there's no knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahushua in this world, man. But the so-called white man is so damn proud, he comes up with damn shit like this, man. He charging you, he fining you $5,000, $3,500 to come together with people, man. You gotta be isolated, man. Since when do people have to be isolated from the rest of the world, man? But yet, all these other the people that's putting this thing out, they not mandated to take the vaccine, right? They not the CDC. A lot of these companies that's pushing this out, man, the White House, a lot of these companies and legislators and government officials that's pushing this thing out, man, they didn't take the vaccine, man. They didn't get that shot, man. They didn't get it. But yet they pouring it out to the people saying, oh, you gotta take it, man. If you want to live, you gotta take it, man. Since when, man? Because the so-called white man is the devil and the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. This is Job 9:24. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. Right? So the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Who runs the earth? The so-called white race, man. Who is known as Esau Edom in the Bible, right? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. Who's the judges? The Israelites. Right? Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which don't look nothing how they portrayed him to look, man. Doesn't look nothing like they portrayed him to look, man. He's the complete opposite. Right? It says, if not, where and who is he, man? If this man is not the devil and the wicked of the earth, who is he, man? Where is he, man? Right? Where is he? But what you got going on is people, right? People are getting fed up with this devil, man. People are getting fed up with this devil, man. Because he completely, right? He completely does everything that goes against the Constitution that he put out, man. Right? Now he's just coming down with great wrath, and the Most High said he would do that. This is Revelation, right? Right? Revelation chapter 12, verse 12, right? Because this is what you got going on. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time, man. Because this devil knows his time is up, man. He knows that he has to get this thing out as soon as possible, man. But whatever he does is gonna Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna throw a monkey wrench in this program, man. This man is not gonna win. He's not gonna win. Whatever he puts out is gonna get interrupted by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's what's going on, man. And he knows this, man. The elites, they know this. It's these regular, everyday Joe Edomites that don't know a damn thing, man.
celebration for all those people doing the right thing.
It is, and I don't know what percentage of the people out there doing the right thing is, but I'm sure it's fairly high, and the frustration levels are getting beyond because for 8 weeks now people have done the right thing and some aren't. What more do you need to do to get the message through about this?
Here is a great hack on how to save on Apple products. You can get awesome promo codes on iPhones and AirPods and Macs.
Salakia.
It will even send price drop alerts.
Look, I think one of the things I need is just time. Is that last Monday we started the big police operation, and we've written over 7,000 infringements, which is 3 times what we wrote last year. And the reality is that we want to see the virus levels level out over the next week, and then I can really hopefully drive them down, helping health with the contact tracing, which is such an important role of stopping the spread of the virus. So unfortunately, when you make changes, Carl and Ali, you do need some time to see hopefully the positive changes for that.
But I thought we had moved past the point, though, of what we saw overnight with that many people getting together with that church gathering. And I also feel for the officers, like looking at that vision, those people aren't wearing masks. Your officers are, obviously, but they're still being exposed potentially to people with COVID and then going home to their own families. Yeah. You look at the protests at the weekend when no one was wearing masks. The officers put their life.
The so-called white race got to be the stupidest damn race on the planet, man. And they are, man. These people are so smart, they stupid as hell, man. You know, they want you to wear a damn mask in 90-degree weather. They want you to have on damn rubber gloves in 90-degree weather, right? They don't want you to be around nobody, man. Right? They want you to stay in the house with nobody around. Right? They want to contact trace you. Right? These people have to go, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, it's going to be a joyful time in the presence of the whole earth when the so-called white race is gone, man. When the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, is eradicated off of the earth, man, the earth is going to be so much better, man. So much better, man. Because you got to be stupid to want people to wear masks and gloves everywhere they go, be isolated, can't gather, right? You know, can't do nothing, man. Just hearing these people talk, it just get me vexed, man. Because they stupid as hell, man.
Lives on the line at great cost when people don't do the right thing.
Yeah, Ali, it puts a whole new angle on the dangers of policing COVID. And can I just say, in terms of the professionalism of our officers, that we haven't had one officer contract COVID since the start of this operation. And I think it's testament to the professionalism of New South Wales Police. But you are right, is that people aren't wearing masks are a huge danger. And, you know, we know at the moment a number of people in the community have the virus. So it's just an extra danger for police that they have to face it.
So before they was wanting you to get tested. You get tested, you good, right? You don't have it, you good. Then they went from that to, you know, you don't have to wear a mask, but then you gotta wear a mask. Then everything shuts down. Then you come out, you open everything up. Then you tell them, this shot is coming out. Oh, you should get it. Oh, it'll be in your best interest to get it. To now, you have to get it, right? You can't gather no more than 5. You got to stay 6 feet from each other. You got to stay 10 feet from each other. You can't gather no more than 12. You can't gather no more than 7. Yo, the so-called white man is out of his damn mind, man. This man has no idea what he's talking about, man. He does not have a clue as to what he's talking about and what he's doing, man. He's just waking up, just coming up with things, man. But he's not in control. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is in control. And all this is happening because of the proud, the pride and the wickedness of America and all these countries, man, because all these countries are under the vibration of America, man. Some countries ain't dealing with America. They still are getting exhorted by America, man, in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Right? Isaiah 29, verse 2. It says, Salakia. Not Isaiah. I'm in Isaiah. Salakia. Proverbs. Right? Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. And it reads, when the righteous, right? When the righteous are in authority, who's the righteous? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the Israelites. You are the righteous, right? When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, because when we come back in our rulership position, man, the people are going to be happy, man, because we're not going to rule with rigor, right? To the other nations, you're going to go into slavery, but after slavery, you're going to get your lands back, right? You're going to get your lands back. You're going to have, you're going to be able to do certain things, but you still going to have to keep the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and you're going to have to come up and worship Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, right? You're going to be in subjection under the Israelites. The so-called white man, after your slavery, you're going to be completely destroyed, man. Salakia, Israel. You're going to be completely destroyed, man. That's what's going down with you. So it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, man. People are mad. People are sad. People are bugged out of their minds under the rulership of the so-called white man, man. This man got everybody bugged out and mad and angry and ready to rise up against him, man.
Every day.
The operation was huge over the weekend. I was pulled up in North Sydney by a cop from, I think it was the Central Coast. He'd come all the way down. And they can't be more professional. Their spirits are high. They're just doing their job. And to see those protests the way they were, I had a message from the parent of a police officer who was hurt, and the distress. This is cool.
Looked like they was putting him in like a damn, where they put the dogs at when they catch him, man. Look at this, man. This look like a place where they put the dogs at. The animal control, man. Look what they doing to people, man. People just like, hey, man. All hell is about to break loose in America and all these other countries, man. Because people are tired of the oppression. People are tired of these wicked, unconstitutional laws, man. Right? But people took the bait. They said, if you take this, everything will go back to normal. They was giving people gifts to take it. People were so-called getting their freedom back, man. But everything comes with a price. And people took it not knowing that it came with a price, man. People just let their head down when they started opening things back up, man. The pride got back on people. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua used the so-called white man to bring this back up. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 23, it says, a wicked man taketh a gift out of the bosom to pervert the ways of judgment, man. And the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, he gave a gift. And what? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you took that gift, right? And what? He altered judgment. He told you one thing and he did another, man. What does it say in Psalms 55? It says, let me get that. Salakia. Psalms 55 and 21. 21, it says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, man. So he speaks sweetly, But in his heart, in his mind, he thinking of how to overthrow your ass, how to get your ass, how to get you in the jam, right? His words were softer than oil. You know, take this, everything gonna go back to normal. We can get through. We gonna get through this together, right? We are for the American people. We are for the people, so we have to do this. Please, right? Yet, well, they drawing swords, man. Now you got people being put in the back of a damn animal control truck, man.
So who was hurt, and the distress this is causing their families is huge, Nick.
It is, and I think it causes the community distress as well, Carl. The first protest some weeks ago now, 3,000 people turned up. The behaviour was a disgrace, and the community spoke loudly about that. Of course, the second protest, we were able to, through police tactics, shut that down. And on Saturday, we saw around 250 people turn up to the city, and they were dealt with quickly. Over 150 tickets issued, 40 people arrested, 20 put before the court, bail refused, and 4 remain bail refused. So I think it's really sent a clear message that in New South Wales, that not only the police, but the community are over these protests.
Oh, hang on, though. There are people out there, this is not real. This is all a conspiracy. You know, the media companies are all in on it. The cops are all in on it. You know, the vaccines, it doesn't do anything. I mean, how do you respond to all that?
Yeah, look, I am privileged to sit around the table with people much smarter than me, and obviously you listen to the stories of COVID and the dangers of it, and the stats from United Kingdom and the USA, like countries very similar to us, and the death rates are extremely high. Look, I think from my perspective, I do look forward to getting the virus down. I am looking forward to seeing that 80% vaccination rate, and then a sensible, removal of the restrictions, and hopefully we can have a normal Christmas. And all those people out there who think that COVID doesn't exist, and if they want to stay unvaccinated, Carl, I tell you, that risk is on them.
Yeah, and you're right. Look, we'll get there if people do the right thing. I just wanted to quickly ask too, that police officer who was hurt at the weekend, is he okay? How's he doing?
He was discharged from hospital on Saturday with some injuries. He's home with his family. He's being supported by police, and I will give him a call today just to make sure he is okay. And look, unfortunately, we have officers injured every day in deployments, but I think when the public see them, I think it's much more real when the community sees officers getting injured versus hearing the stats. So thank you for all the well wishes from the community and the support for New South Wales Police.
Look, we saw the same in Victoria too, a number of officers injured. It's not good enough. And also we saw heated confrontation on the Gold Coast as well. Are you expecting more things to happen up there, and is the ADF going to alleviate some of that pressure?
Look, the ADF are relieving pressure in other ways, Carl, helping with contact tracing and welfare packages and a whole range of things. It takes the pressure off police, that allows us to do that frontline policing. Defence are well-trained people who are great with planning.
But you see, this man speaks with sweet lips too. Oh, I want to get back to I hope I can have a good Christmas. Hey, these Edomites don't believe that they're gonna fall, man. These so-called white people, man, that's in rulership, they don't believe that this is the end of their kingdom, man. Right? They just doing whatever they want. They think they're gonna they think that it's gonna come to pass or come to fruition, man. It's not, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to turn the tables the blink of an eye, man. Right? This is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 9. And it reads, the way of the wicked is an abomination unto the Lord, man. The ways of the so-called white man is an abomination to the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Right? And we know that the men of the Lord, the servants of the Lord that got this knowledge, that got this truth, they know that the ways of the wicked and who the wicked is, the so-called white man, is an abomination to the Lord, man. Right? But what did the Lord say? He said, but he loveth him, Salakia, but he loveth him that follow after righteousness, that follows after Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. That's what the servants and the men of the Lord are doing. Right? We know what this is, man. We know this is prophecy unfolding in the hands of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. This is a sign and a plague showing us that this is the end of this man's rulership, man. Right? That's what's going on. But you people, you think that, you get this procedure done, that everything gonna go back to normal. Our people, that is, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that ran down there to get that procedure done, that walk out here in the streets with a mask on, that have these plastic gloves on, that don't want to get near nobody, that want to isolate you. Hey, you out your damn mind, man. But then you look at somebody that don't got a mask, that's not dealing with that procedure. You look at him like he bugged out. No, you the one bugged out, man. Right? This is Proverbs 14, verse verse 15. The simple believeth every word, man. The simple of our people, the simple of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you believe every word out of the mouth of Salakia, out of the so-called white man, man. You believe the words of the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, man. You believe every word. You believe that this man has your best interest at heart, man. But what did the Lord call you? He said the simple. Because you are simple, man. You believe of every word. But the prudent man looketh well to his going, man. The prudent man, a man of understanding and wisdom, he's going to see what's going on, man. He's going to know that it's a trap, man. He's going to know that it's a plague from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's what he's going to see, man. That's what he's going to see. Why? Because Yahweh Shem Yahushua gave him the spirit to see it. Yahweh Shem Yahushua gave him the spirit to see it, man. Right? It says, the prudent man, a man that walketh wisely in his goings, man, that has the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua on him, man.
In logistics, and we've got around 1,000 members of the Australian Defence Force on the ground in New South Wales helping with vaccinations and a whole range of other tasks, and that allows us to get on the street and deal with the protesters, and we will continue to deal with them in a no-nonsense way, Carl, and that will be the way going forward. You know, every day we're looking for information, intelligence on protests, and you know, that often is provided to us by the community. So if the community hears something, please report it through Crime Stoppers, because it helps us make sure we have the appropriate response like we did on Saturday.
All right, Commissioner, always good to talk to you.
Great to talk to you. Thank you.
More now on those incredible scenes at the New South Wales-Queensland border yesterday, as around 2,000 marched against COVID-19 lockdowns.
I will not take your vaccination!
Storm the border, he says. Well, this just one day after Melbourne saw the most violent protests in nearly 20 years. It's hard to look at those scenes and not think that it's a potential super spreader event. We're joined now by Queensland's Deputy Commissioner, Steve Golcheski, and from Victoria Police, Deputy Commissioner Rick Nugent. Good morning to both of you. Deputy Commissioner Golcheski, to you first. What did you make of the scenes yesterday?
Look, as much as we value freedom of thought and speech in our community, now is not the time for those sorts of protest activities. If you wanted to do something that could spread COVID, that's exactly the sort of thing that's going to do that. And as we know, why we've got those restrictions in place on our border is to keep COVID out of Queensland. If it gets in, we're going to end up in exactly the same space as we see other parts of the country, and that's certainly not what we want.
I noticed at one point there was a blockade of protesters who overwhelmed a group of police. Just how dangerous was the situation for your officers?
Look, these sorts of crowds can get quite unruly, as you saw. Certainly ours is not as bad as some other things that we have seen. Our officers were in control of the situation. It should be no surprise that we have resources attending there that give us intelligence and real-time reporting of what's happening, lots of communication and vision. So that's part of our tactics about how we deal with that. Our point is not only to keep our officers safe, but also keep all members of the community, including the protesters, safe. So that's part of the way we deal with these things.
So were you expecting that many people to turn out yesterday?
No, and it's a bit hard to actually put a figure on it. I've heard between 1,500 and 3,000.
See, because when they implemented this anti-lockdown thing, see, the so-called white man is so proud, he thinks he knows how people are gonna react, man. But this man also knows that there were people that was gonna be against it, man. But what he didn't understand, what he does not understand, is that he is being controlled. He is being controlled by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. And none of his plans is going to come to fruition. None of the plans that the so-called white man have, man, is going to be completed, man. They are going to get a monkey wrench thrown in them, man. Right? This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 12, because the same here in Australia, it's the same thing going on in Portland, same thing going on in Austria, same thing going on in Canada. It's protests all throughout the world, man. Africa, right? It's protests all throughout the earth, man. Right? But you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you believe that what you're doing is the right thing, man. You trust in oppression, you trust in your oppressor, and you trust in the ways of America, man. Right? So Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is going to give you over to your oppressor, man. And you're not going to get far, man. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 12. Therefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression, and perverseness, and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity, this sin, shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, man. You about to get completely trampled over, man. You about to get basically caught off guard, man, because you have no knowledge. Right? Swelling out of a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant, man. So at the last minute, you're going to know that you've messed up, man. You're going to know that the way you was thinking was all wrong. Because y'all are hard-headed, y'all rebellious, y'all don't believe in the Bible, you don't believe in the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua that is the Bible. The Bible is the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, you know. But you said, it's a fairy tale book. It doesn't mean anything. So you're gonna see, real soon, that the words are true, and that this is a plague directly from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. So I'm gonna get about 2 more, and I'm gonna close out.
Did grow quite quickly, and of course we had the interesting problem of both sides of the border being involved, so we had to coordinate with New South Wales Police as well.
Deputy Commissioner Nugent, let's just talk about what happened in Melbourne on Saturday. I mean, where do you even start? I know that we're all over lockdowns and border closures, including the police, no doubt, but what we saw was terrifying. Did that level of violence surprise you?
Yeah, yes it did. It was really disappointing, and as has been mentioned, one of the most violent demonstrations or protests that we've seen in Melbourne for decades. There were people that attended there who just had violence and aggression in mind from the moment they arrived, and it was really quite confronting for our members.
Just looking too at pictures there of the police presence, I know that for the first time weapons were used, military-style rifles to fire pepper spray pellets at the crowd. I mean, thank goodness, I guess you would say, looking at the crowd and how violent they were, that you had those resources.
Yes, I was down there observing what was going on, and you could see the increased level of violence, and often that occurs in a mob type approach. It was just getting worse and worse, and the threat to our members was so significant that we had to resort to less than lethal options to disperse the crowd, which was effective in the end.
I know some of your officers were hurt. How are they this morning?
Yeah, so we had, so far we've had 21 members report injuries. There were 6 hospitalised on Saturday afternoon. They're quite okay, they're going okay. So some with fractured thumb, fractured noses, and another that's probably going to require some surgery to an ankle. But overall, our members are going quite well considering.
Okay, so how do you personally feel about that? When your officers just turn up to do their job, they're trying to keep the broader community safe, and you end up with 6 of your officers in hospital?
Oh, it's extremely disappointing. I mean, we're all over fatigue, over lockdown rather, and there is lockdown fatigue. But ultimately, we're working really hard with the community to keep the community safe.
And if you look, all this is coming upon Esau Edom, man. Didn't the Lord say, I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian? Right? That's what you see going on, man. There are 2 worlds in America and in every country, man. People are with it, people are not with it. You know? And this video is Australia. Right? But this is the Lord doing what he said he was going to do. Right? Because throughout history, as long as it was only you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans getting killed, destroyed, put in slavery, getting harassed, and getting beat up by the cops and so on and so forth, everybody was good, man. But now that it's falling upon all these other nations, you got that thing out there, you got that fight going on between Israel and Afghanistan and those over there in the eastern part of the world, right? You got them moving out in droves. You got them leaving the so-called Middle East, trying to get over there to what is it, California, man, Canada. They trying to leave, man. Hey, you got people over there in the so-called Middle East jumping on airplanes trying to get out of there, man. Right? Unbelievable, but that's what Yahweh Shem Yahushua said he was going to do. All praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies. That's what you see going on. That's what you see going on, man. Soon, the curses are going to be lifted off of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And all the curses are going to come upon our enemies, man. So-called white man, so-called African man, so-called East Indian, Arab, Chinese and Japanese man. All these curses are going to come upon them for what, how they took pride and they was happy that we was going through it. Hey, they are about to go through it, man, and we are going to be joyous about it, man. The men of the Lord are going to be joyous in that day. We joyous now seeing this place fall, man. Right? And all the brothers should be praying that this place fall each and every day, man. Right? Deuteronomy 30:7 again. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, right? And on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Haven't we been persecuted, hated by the so-called white man and all these other nations? Didn't they come together to destroy us? Right? Didn't they all play a part in our captivity? Wasn't we enslaved under all of these other nations? But you got you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that want to love and save all these other nations, man. But you hate your people. If it's just your people, you don't like it. Everybody else got to come, man. You a damn coon, man. And the Lord is going to deal with your ass, man. Unbelievable.
Overwhelmingly, the community of Victoria are doing a brilliant job during these constant lockdowns that are necessary to prevent and mitigate the spread of the virus. So to have that sort of event occur with a possibility of someone in there being COVID positive and the potential of a super spreader just undermines all of what is being done in this state to keep everyone safe. So it's really disappointing.
Yeah, you want your freedom back. What they did on Saturday, the exact opposite is what's going to happen. Just very quickly, there is another protest planned. How can you stop it, or can you?
Well, we'll continue to do our planning around protests to mitigate the numbers that come in, and if we have to look at shutting down public transport systems and preventing access to the city, that's what we'll do.
The so-called white man don't have a clue, man. He doesn't have a plan, man. He doesn't, man. You can look at his face and tell he don't know what's going on, man. Right? You can tell he has a sense of urgency in his eyes, man. He knows that the times that he's in is he has never dealt with in his life, man. As a cop, man. As a damn racist Edomite cop, man. This will be my last one. I'm gonna close out. Isaiah 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Right? Who's Lucifer, man? The light bearer, right? Who holds the light? Who supposedly holds the light? All the technology, all the wisdom, so-called white man, man. Right? He's fallen from heaven. He's fallen from his high position, man. That's what you see happening right now. He's fallen from his rulership position. Right? It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations, man? Because the so-called white man, he weakened all the nations. He weakened all the nations, man. He pushed his philosophy on them, and if they didn't comply, he would bomb them. He would do all types of stuff to them, man. Verse 13, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend unto heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. So this man thinks that he is the Most High, man. This man believes that he's higher than the Most High, man. Which he's out of his damn mind. It says, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. No, you're not, man. You are Satan in the flesh, man. And you are wicked. You can never even come close to the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. For that to even be in your mind, you dumb as hell, man. Verse 15, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, man. You're going to be brought back to your lower state, man. Back to your lower state, man. Lower than your lower state, man. To the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider, saying, is this the man? Now, for brothers that say that Satan is the spirit, this is saying, is this the man? So there's a physical arm of Satan on the earth, which is the so-called white man, man. Esau, Edom. Right? It says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? Who's the prisoners, man? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You are the slaves. You are the prisoners. And did he let you go? No, man. He ain't gonna let you go. The only time you are gonna be absolutely free is when Yahweh Shem Yahushua returns, man. When Yahushua returns, when Yahweh gives him that order to return, that's when you're gonna be free, man. It says, all the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. Yeah, because all the other nations, they helped the so-called white man destroy us, man. And they got their piece of the pie. Right? But thou art cast out of the grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under the feet, man. So you basically are going to be washed away, man. You're going to be wiped out, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be wiped out, Esau, Edom. You know, you worrying about stopping a protest, hey man, it's just gonna increase, man. And what you gonna do to stop the chariots and Yahushua when they come back, man? Right? What you gonna do? You gonna have your cannons ready? Hey, it ain't gonna work, man. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem Ukal for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson, man. Israel, we at the end of this thing, man. Repent, keep the laws to the best of your ability, believe in Yahushua, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. Love y'all, Israel. Shalom.
Okay, to both of you this morning, thank you, and thank you to every officer who was out and about keeping the community safe at the weekend. It is greatly appreciated by the majority of the community. Thank you.